Mont-Sainte-Anne, Ronja Blurklinger leads them away. Alessandra Keller in the red jersey, and Thomas Maxson looking extremely strong. But it's Evie Richards who has a wheel out front.
And Sammy Maxwell, bit slow off the line there in the red overall leader's jersey. Needs to get a good turn into this corner.
As they head up to this all-important right-hander, we saw this pretty much decide the cross-country short track races on Friday evening. They all get bunched up as they swing round and head up the hill a week.
Yeah, and the riders will be super happy to find they've got a slightly wider start loop to do first before we get on the more technical lap.
But look who it is out front. Jenny Risfids, the UCI cross-country Olympic world champion for Canyon Collective, leads Alessandra Keller. Look at the speed though of Ronja Blurklinger around the outside. Or is it Linda Indergand?
Linda Indergand, yeah, coming up the outside full speed.
Linda Indergand, her last ever UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup race, retiring at the end of this season, has decided that she's got a flight to catch. Well, Linda Indergand is about to get swallowed up by the pack. Big smile on her face. Congratulations, Linda. An absolutely superb career. Well raced. One of the very, very best.
But you see Jenny Risfeds now just starting to press on, already getting the gap, and actually the riders needing to get around Linda Indergand, because after that ferocious start, she's going to be a bit slow through this first technical section.
Risfeds moving away from the group.
On the start loop. I mean, we saw in Lake Placid, it took her a lap to get going, but here on the start loop, already putting pressure. And Sammy Maxwell needs to be careful. She's got a call to make. It just, she needs to go with the race and try and follow, or just be protective and ride for that top 8.
Yeah, and she's talked very, very openly throughout the season about how, let's see them through the rocks, just, oh, it's a big impact for the riders. Furler down the order, just got thrown out the front door. But yeah, Maxwell's talked openly throughout the season about a lot of racing is stress management for her, and she's going to have to do some mental computations here. For Risfids, in a sense, the job's easier today. It's get out front, stay out front, and let whatever happens behind you happen.
She's just going for another win. Best chance of the overall is just take it on in the form she's in at the moment. I say world champion. Last 2 World Cups she's won as well, and the short track. So absolutely form of her life, and riding with confidence. And on this sort of circuit, we're just dropping in then to the second descent on the first lap of this loop, and it gets so technical here. We've dropped down, we got ups. The chance of mechanicals and problems really high in this section, and so physical. But you turn the corners in your full strength, loads of torque, a lot of core strength required.
This corner here, where you turn the bike almost 180 degrees and have to do this rock drop-off straight away. And saw Tom Pidcock nearly come unstuck there a couple of years ago.
And that next drop-off, the margin for error is so tight. You turn right, and it's all off camber as you drop down through. Jenny Risfeds, pretty much 10 out of 10 in the lot, in the same way we used to see Nino Schurter as well. Technically good, robust, strong, strength endurance, mentally strong. That's what you need to be a world champ.
Yeah, Risfeds did the double, winning the short track and the cross-country Olympic for the first time in her career in Leger earlier on this season, round 7. And looking like she fancies making that a 2 instead of a 1. Here in Mont-Sainte-Anne, you see Sammy Maxwell looks up, has a look at the timing screen. There's the pack behind her. And there's a gaggle of riders, plenty of horsepower in that group. Bertha still leads them, and then it's Fry, Evie Richards in the mix, as is Sevilla Blanc.
She's just on another level at the moment compared to the rest of the women's field. Winning 7 out of the last 9 races across cross-country and short track, including the World Championships, which she won in also dominant fashion.
See, Blanc just going for the wider line around the outside of Sina Fry there. This part of the course tortuously tough.
25% on these corners, and that inside where Sina Fry went, it's so steep. I would be going around the outside for sure. And this climb, we do 4 or 5 switchbacks on the way up here. This is the steepest section of the course, but over the top, it keeps dragging for a long period of time, all the way to the top of this tech section. Yeah, we just saw that graphics before. Just to confirm, we've said it a few times, but for Sammy Maxwell to win this overall title, top 8 if Jenny Risfeds wins.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty good so far in that respect. Risfeds, meanwhile, is out front, just doing what she can do. All she can do is score the maximum amount of points.
That group just splitting a little bit. Sina Fry, we saw her attack up that grass climb, and Sevilla Blanc able to go with her.
Fry in 3rd place. She and Blanc now have a little gap back to Alessandra Keller. There's Evie Richards, Candice Lille, Martina Berta, Ollie. Strain score of 15 on the Whoop Live, 180 beats per minute. Looks like she's dropping off slightly now. Yeah, you can see just sitting up, taking a lungful of air.
Yeah, so Urban just moving in front of Blunt on the last part of that climb, so up to 7th now for Kelsey Urban.
You see Risford's picking her way through those tight little bermed corners. 2 minutes 17 to the good. Ahead of Samara Maxwell in 2nd place, Zena Fry in 3rd, Richards in 4th, Keller in 5th.
But yeah, Kelsey Urban, the pace she's riding at, she is starting to close on that group of Candice Lille, Keller and Richards. So
Sammy Maxwell, and that trademark style, really, really low over the bike. Seems to get lower as the races go on.
And Sammy Maxwell, under 23 champion, stepped up last year and was consistently good, you know, teens, 20s. But to step up this year, you know, into the podium or winning this first round of the World Cup is a huge step.
Absolutely massive, and also, you know, finding her way on a French team.
Yeah.
Really, the whole team speaks French, had to learn French and based herself in Morzine and taking on the lifestyle of a pro-level elite rider, and the result of it is looking like it's going to be an overall title in 2025. So it's Risford from Maxwell, and it's this group of Fry, Richards and Keller scrapping for 3rd on the Whoop Live. 170, 173 for Fry versus Richards, and you can see strain score topping out at 21.
And just I was thinking of Evie Richards looking relatively comfortable, just trying to move up past Zena Fry. But yeah, Evie Richards,
Fry putting a big shift in up at the top of that climb.
but Richards starting to come back through.
2nd place, what? Oh, just unclipped and whacked a shin there by the look of it. That would explain the trace of blood we can see on it. Jenny Risford has 1 lap to go of her 2025 season. Monica Hrasnik rings the bell, excuse me. Retiring UCI Downhill World Cup star.
And I know I love my lap times, but 11:41, 11:41.
There's, Sevilla Blanc in trouble in the rocks. Another one, Ollie, that you'd have taken that at the start of it.
That was a good save.
Zena Fry versus Evie Richards, 1 lap to go in 2025.
We've seen her Fry without a top 3 so far this year, so
yeah, you feel like it will be an important one for her.
it will be a big one, and it's Alessandra Keller, never gives up. She's come back into the mix just when we thought she was done.
In trademark Alessandra Keller style, 4 seconds back now off this warring duo. So Fry, 6th in the short track in the end of the night.
Yeah, and great to see Evie Richards having a really good end of season, not just in obviously the short track that she won overall, but cross country as well.
Big attack from Fry, up on the pedals, gets past Richards at 17.2 versus 18.4 on the Whoop Live, 173. Look at the heart rate going up now.
Almost tracking identical in the strain.
But Richards moves back past her again.
Key section for Jenny Risford, just on the last lap.
So technically good Risfords as well, just that deep into a race, to be able to ride with that level of commitment.
Yeah, so far, so haven't seen on camera putting a foot wrong, and the time would suggest so as well, just consistently lap after lap.
Well, I can tell you by our timing screen in the booth, she's now got the biggest winning margin if the flag were to go out now. 2:59 currently for Risfords, ahead of Samara Maxwell. Looks like she's standing up on the pedals and increasing that even more.
The way that Risford's attacked that section now, out the saddle, punching. Knows she's got 2 small climbs left to go.
Sammy Maxwell off the big rock roll-in for the last time. History being made here in Mont-Sainte-Anne. Meanwhile, these two just going for
What a scrap.
Yeah, what a scrap. Just going for the final place on the podium at the last race of the year. Richards looking like she's labouring now slightly in fourth.
And this is this long climb all the way to the peak. We just go around the corner here, then drop straight into descent.
Look at those fastest lap times as well. Look at the consistency from Richards. She's going for a race win. The UCI Cross Country Olympic World Champion for Canyon Collective. What a season Canyon have had. What a season Jenny Risford has had. Look at the smile. It's maximum Risford in Mont-Sainte-Anne. She does a double for the second time this season. Jenny Risford takes the win in what would look like being a brand new record for winning margins as well. We'll have to get Sally Maxwell across the line before we can award that, but Jenny Risford, as she's done second half of this season, just rode her own race. There is Fry versus Richards, bubbling up nicely further back down the order, Ollie. Watch Evie here. Oh, just on clips.
Just shows the intensity of that fight between the two of them.
These two still battling out there for third place. Samara Maxwell looking nailed on for second position. We're waiting on the time gap. That winning margin record goes. So Jenny Risford can add that to her list of accolades in 2025. But look at this. What a moment for Samara Maxwell and Decathlon Ford. This is what sport is all about. This is what brings us back to this cruel, cruel game every time out. Samara Maxwell is the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup overall title winner in 2025. Only her second elite season. What a victory. The first person from New Zealand to do it.
And you see the pressure all season long, the reality that she is worthy at the front.
Here we go, this one is set to go in the line. Richards has a big look over her shoulder, sees Sina Fry behind her, just meters away from the finish line now, and it's gonna be Evie Richards' race. Third place today for Richards, for Trek Factory Racing Pirelli, and the final step on the podium, having battled all race long with Sina Fry. Finishes the last race of the season in fourth place, and a good 2025 from Keller.
Yeah, one win, short track world champion. Coming back from surgery in the winter, so
yeah, put on a show at her home UCI Worlds in Switzerland. Sammy Maxwell second today, good enough for the overall title in 2025.
I don't know. This is the first time I'm speechless. Like, I don't know what to say.
There's confirmation of the results then. Jenny Risford ahead of Samara Maxwell. Richards, Fry, Keller, Lille, Urban, Jackson, Blunt, Kohler, your top 10 in Mont-Sainte-Anne. And here's your winner and the new holder of the biggest margin of victory, Jenny Risford. Pulverised them today. 3 minutes 30 all told. Took the fastest lap every single lap.
Sammy Maxwell and Evie Richards. So ladies on the top step there for that official picture.
Sammy Maxwell. Wow. You have put on such a performance. What a season. Have come back from the lowest of lows and now reaching the highest of highs, winning the World Cup overall. What do you have to say?
Not much. I think about how much pressure as athletes we go through and how much stress we put ourselves through. And we had 11 races this year, including world champs, and I was on the podium for 10 of them. And I think about how much stress I went through for that, and then just this season's been incredible. And it's just been so much belief, and the team's been so incredible, so yeah.
Well, Sammy Maxwell, your time has come. World Cup overall champion, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Dave.
Samara Maxwell then takes the overall title in the end by just 91 points from Jenny Risvids. Kettler was third, Richards, Kohler, Lille, Jackson, Sevilla Blanc, Fry, Yolanda Neff in the top 10. Here we go for Decathlon Ford, the first ever New Zealander to win a UCI World Cup overall title. Will be Decathlon Ford's Samara Maxwell. What a journey it has been over the last 3 years for this young woman. Her name will join all those who have won mountain biking's biggest prize on that trophy imminently.